Hi, my name is Pietro. I'm director of the Human Computation Institute and leader of the Eyes on Owls project, and I'm very excited to test a new feature in our stall catchers game, which was created to speed up Alzheimer's research. So the idea is that anyone who plays the game is actually helping to analyze um, Alzheimer's research data, and with lots of people analyzing the data, we get the research done much faster. So um, today, the new feature that I'm testing is one that's designed to help people learn to play the game as they play it. Previously, we noticed that a lot of people were trying stall catchers. They were registering, and then they would actually leave the game after only trying one time, or even just looking at the screen and not knowing what to do next. They decided to walk away. So we realized that maybe there was something that wasn't very clear about how to play the game, and we wanted to improve that experience. So the development team created this new um, system to help people learn to play, and I haven't seen it yet. This is my first time seeing it, and so I'm going to go ahead and register as a new user to try it out. So I'll create a new username. Testing cool feature is my username, and we'll say test at stallcatchers.com. Something else we did, so this is actually our new landing page. This has been around for a few weeks now, but it was a long time in the making. We wanted to make it easier to sign up and learn about the project. And so now you can actually put in a username and an email address and start playing right away without having to do any extra steps to confirm your email. I'm going to go ahead and check this box that I want to receive materials from Bright Focus Foundation. Those will tell me more about Alzheimer's disease and the research that's going on, not just this project, but other research supported by Bright Focus, who's been supporting this project. So I'll go ahead and sign up, and then we get right into the game. Cool. So first screen tells me a link was sent with my password to my inbox, or a link to set my password. So I can go and create a new password to use for logging into the game in the future. Move the slider and look for stalls. We will help you with 10 first vessels. So yeah, I'm going to just play this like I've never seen this before. Okay, move the slider. So where's the slider? I guess the only thing that looks like a slider is this thing, so I'm going to go ahead and move it. And okay, what am I supposed to do next? Well, I guess I will click one of these buttons to say whether it's flowing or stalled. And since I really don't know what the difference is yet, I'm going to go ahead and click flowing. And I get a message, oops, missed it, but there's also this new text here that explains to me I can try again. Look more carefully at the vessel in the middle of the outlined area. Okay, so here's the vessel and here's the outlined area. So now I know I'm supposed to be paying attention to this, especially starting from frame 27. Are you sure there is no black spot stuck in there? Okay, let's see. So how do I know what frame I'm on? I'm going to move the slider again, and oh, okay, so I see over here there's this kind of a this blue thing. Oh, and if I point to it, it says movie frame, and that's got numbers in it. So let's see if we can go to number 27. All right, and now I'm going to look at the vessel here, and yeah, there's this big black area here in the middle of the vessel. Let's see if I move this again. Okay, so now I definitely see a spot, more around frame 39 though, and there's a red dot in it. Huh, okay. So I'm not sure exactly what that red dot means. Oh, okay, there's a try again button, so I'll go ahead and try again. Here we go. So we'll go to frame 27, just like it said, and there's this big black space, and for me this looks even more impressive. It's like there's a real gap here. It's bright, and then there's a gap, and then it's bright. So sure, we'll say that's a stall. I'll click on stalled. And now it says click directly on the vessel where it is stalled. Okay, so I think it's stalled right here. And I'll click there. Aha, I get a nice confirmation message that encourages me. You caught it. A black gap that doesn't move is visible from frames 27 to 47. And I got a point. Nice, okay. So, and if I look up here, there it is. My score is 1. I am still at level 0. Well, that's not very encouraging. Yeah, maybe we should all start at level 1. That would feel a little more encouraging. Let's see, next. So I've got to get 566 points to get to the next level. This is going to take a while if I get 1 point for each one, but let's see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to click next. And so now I'm scrolling this slider again, and I'm looking at this vessel right in the middle of the outlined area. Oh, and it says 2 out of 10 here. Okay, so this is letting me know that I'm kind of going through this 10 vessel tutorial. I'm on the second one. So yeah, I mean, it looks like those black dots are moving in there. So let's go ahead and click flowing. Correct. All right, so the blood is flowing through the vessel and no stuck black spots are visible. And I got another point. Okay, I'm up to 2 points, and I'm going to click next. Okay, so moving along. Again, it looks like I see these little black dots going through quickly, and that looks like flowing to me. Yep, there are black spots, but they are moving through the vessel. Good, okay. Seems like it's getting easier. Maybe they're going to get harder now. We'll see. Oh, wow. This just looks different than all the other ones. So I definitely see there's a vessel here, and that's the one I'm supposed to be looking at. And it looks like things are moving, kind of, but in a sense they're not. So there are these black spots that just never completely go away. The white spots come and go, but the black parts are always there. But I'm going to just pretend I think that's flowing because there is movement there, and we'll see what it says. So I'm going to click flowing. Incorrect. Try again. Look at the blood vessel in the middle of the outlined area and try to spot black spots that are stuck. Okay, try again. And yep, I definitely see black spots that are stuck. One here, and one here. So I'm going to click stalled. And now I have to click somewhere where it's stalled. I'm going to click on the middle one. Okay, and it looks like there are 2 red dots showing me 2 places where it's actually stalled. Well spotted. There are a few stuck blood cells that appear as black spots in the outlined blood vessel. Cool, and another point. So I am racking up the points. Not super fast, but I'm moving in the right direction. Okay, 5 out of 10, halfway through here. So let's see. This is a nice long vessel, a really skinny one. Can you see that? And it almost looks like it has a little arrowhead, which reminds me, if you haven't seen some of the cool vessel art, that is when people look at these blood vessel images and they see something kind of like looking at a cloud and you see images in a cloud. People see pictures of things in these blood vessels and they send them to us, and we're collecting a gallery of vessel art. I think it's on our blog, so check that out. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, to me it looks like there's movement in that vessel, that there aren't any stuck spots, so I'll say flowing. All right, the blood is flowing through the vessel. All right, next. 6 out of 10. Okay, wow, so yeah, this one is a grainy image, but if you look right in this area here, you can really see that there's this gap here that never fills in when you move the slider back and forth. There's always a gap in that one spot. So that, to my eyes, that's definitely a stall. I'm going to click stalled and click right there. Yep, sure enough. So good catch. A stall is clearly visible from frames 23 to 28. Oh, so this is cool. I actually got 2 points this time. And it looks like it's a link. I can actually click on this. What happens if I do? Huh. Oh, it makes that message come up and then go away again. All right. I click next. You know, you might think of this also as kind of a beta. You know, this is just recently released, and sometimes we do catch things, you know, a few days or a week after something's been released, and then we go back and we fine-tune it a bit. And in fact, we're going to get feedback from all of our players who are interested in telling us what they think about this to try to make it better. And if you're a regular Stall Catchers player and you want to try this out, you'd have to create a new user account to do that, and that's absolutely fine. If you decide to do that, we appreciate your putting the word test in the username, so we just realize that this isn't someone who's going to stick around and come back, that you'll probably go back to using your regular username. It just lets us know that you were trying to help us out. So here's another example that sure looks like a clear stall to me. Look at that gap right there. That's a beautiful example of a stall. So I'm going to click on it. Great. Wow, suddenly I got 20 points. Oh, okay, so one of the cool things that happens in stall catchers is as you go along and demonstrate your ability to find stalls or to distinguish between flowing and stalled vessels, your sensitivity level goes up, and that's shown in this bar here. And the higher your sensitivity is, the more points you get when you get one right. And so now it looks like my score is going to be climbing a lot faster as long as I don't make too many mistakes. And that makes getting to level 1 much more attainable. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so I click next. And now we're on 8 out of 10. Okay, this one looks flowing to me. I'm going to go ahead and click flowing. 25 points. It just keeps getting better. And finally, well, not finally, this is 9 out of 10. Okay, a grainy image, and you know, here's the vessel, and you can see there's this kind of this little spot. You could almost miss it if you're not paying close attention, but as you slide back and forth, that spot never goes away. So I'm going to call that a stall. We'll see if that's right. Correct. Aha, this was a bit tricky. It's nice to have that acknowledged, right? But there's a small stuck spot toward the bottom and a bigger one toward the top of the vessel. Ooh, that's interesting. I didn't see the bigger one. Let's go back up to the top of the vessel. Oh, yeah. So it's kind of like the vessel stops suddenly, right? And it gets dark right there. So, oh, and I guess there's a little piece beyond that. So there's kind of a gap right here. Yeah, I totally missed that part. So, all right, we'll click next. And wow, that's an unusual outline. And oh, this looks like a little galaxy down here. I wonder if we have any vessel art that describes a galaxy or a nebula. I think we do, actually. So let's go ahead and see what the vessel looks like. It's got to be a circuitous one. Yeah, it just goes all over the place. So you can sort of see the path of the vessel kind of goes up here and all the way around here. So now it's a very faint vessel, so this is going to be trickier to tell if it's flowing or stalled. And if you scroll far enough, you actually see other vessels showing up, like this one, this Y-shaped vessel. And you know, one of the things in stall catchers that adds a degree of challenge is trying to figure out which is the vessel you're supposed to be actually looking at. Since this doesn't follow the shape of the outline, we ignore this one, and we pay attention to this other one right about here. And everything I'm seeing there looks like it's flowing. I don't see any stuck spots, so I'm going to say flowing. Woohoo! Okay, so yes, that's a pale but flowing blood vessel. Congratulations, you completed the training. You will now look at vessels that have never been seen by experts. Each one will be analyzed by multiple catchers, so don't worry about making a few mistakes. Cool. So yeah, that's exactly right. Now I'll close that. We'll go to the next one, and it's kind of like now I've got my wings. I'm on my own here, and I just have to do the best I can. And some of the vessels will be ones where the system already knows the answer, and then you get points right away. And other ones are what we call the maybes, where the experts haven't given us an answer, and we're using your answer to drive the research. So I'll just do this one first one on my own, and to me that looks like flowing, so I'll say flowing. And I was correct. Yay, I got 52 points. And I'm actually going to scroll down, because if you scroll down, you can actually see comments from both the experts, if they answered it, and from other members of the community. So here someone commented that from a certain frame on the top left, it looks like the vessel should flow continuing to the left. So it's sometimes helpful to see what other people think. Next. All right, so that's it. This is really exciting. I'm glad to see that we have a kind of a gentler introduction to stall catchers. There's a new feature underway that will be released in a few days that actually walks you through the interface and tells you what each part of this is for, what the buttons are for, what the sliders are for, and the leaderboards and so on, before you even get started playing. And hopefully the combination of these two things will make this more enjoyable and easier experience for newcomers to the game. And we hope that more people who try the game will stick around as a result of this. So if you stuck around this long, thanks, and we appreciate any feedback you have. You can give us feedback in lots of different ways. You can post on blog.eyesonowls.com, and you can also send an email to info@eyesonowls.com. Yep, hope to see you on the boards and in the game. Thanks.